Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Trina. Today's video is going to be another weekly memory keeping in my Kinbor weeks. This week has been quite a bit, if I'm being honest. It was a lot. And I have a lot of stuff actually to write about in my memory keeping this week, which is also kind of exciting because sometimes if there's nothing going on, the video gets boring. So I'm just going to show you guys how the week turned out in my Kinbor A6 bullet journal. Quite a lot. I did manage to finish reading 1, 2, 3, 4 books, I guess. A lot of knitting happened this week. I did manage to get my new set of circular knitting needles, which is super exciting. I have been working on a sweater, my very first knitted sweater for myself this week, and a lot of memories here that I could write about. So I'm going to put music, as I always do when it comes to memory keeping, and I will explain and talk about what happened day by day once I finish the spread. My Kinbor weeks here for last week was this one, which is Wanderer themed. This week is another sort of Genshin related. This is a container for like matcha that I got from my brother. I decided to just put all of my stickers in here so that I won't lose them. I don't know, it feels like a deck box to me for some reason. So I do have like stickers of Venti and Razor here. I just looked through a bunch of like my older stickers that I wanted to use up, and I found those and thought, why not just use them. I'm going to put music and we'll just journal along. I'll talk more about this week once I finish the spread. So here we are with the spread all done. I'm actually pretty pleased with how this turned out. I decided to just use Venti since I do have a big sticky note, or like a notepad rather, of a weekly schedule notepad that I bought last time, so that I actually intended for this not to be a weekly schedule, but rather if I did manage to read a lot in 1 week, which it happened this week. So for all of the days that are in this week, the 6th to the 12th of January, I managed to read all but 2 days, which is Tuesday and today, which is Sunday. I did manage to finish 5 books this week, which is super good. It's great. Two of them are audiobooks, so that's why it's kind of fast. I did enjoy most of these. Society of Lies, as well as My Best Friend's Exorcism. My Best Friend Exorcism, I finished last night. I decided to not sleep early and just finish with this audiobook, and it was actually good. It was actually quite emotional, if I'm being honest. Who has a best friend who is like living far from me. I kind of bit jealous when best friends like live close to each other, and in a way, the main character's love for her best friend was wonderful. And yeah, they have their ups and downs, but they still stay friends until they're older, and it's so beautiful. I did not expect it to be this sort of book with the cover of it. It's so different, and I'm so glad that I enjoyed it. So let's go day by day. Monday, I actually have a very productive day when it comes to the store, and also my new interchangeable circular knitting needles arrived along with my hand-dyed yarn that we got from Indonesia. I actually forgot. I should have placed. I will put the what do I call this? The calling card of the shop here. I will just stick it later off camera. I forgot it, and yeah, I got my hand-dyed yarn and also my interchangeable knitting needles. So I started doing gauge swatches for there are actually two patterns for a basic beginner sweater that I have found online on YouTube. I could put the link down in the description if you're interested. One is in English, one is in Korean, and I'm doing the one that is in Korean right now because I bought the smaller, thinner yarn, which is a sports weight. The English one wanted a worsted weight yarn, so I could not do the proper gauge for that. So I decided to do the Korean one, which I made a bunch of mistakes actually. I casted the sweater on Tuesday. I did it 4 times, I guess. On the 4th try, did I do a little bit better, but there are still a lot of holes and mistakes. But I'm like, this is my first sweater. I'm just going to go run through with it and see how well I do it on my first try. I did manage to do a what do you call this? A beret and then a headband of some sort. Knitted headband, knitted beret for my first 2 tries in knitting, just so that I could practice the stitches. But this time it's a big thing that I'm probably going to wear in public if it goes well, and so far so good. I am still at the shoulder area, like neckline to shoulder area, and it's so long. It's taking so long, but I am noticing that I'm pretty much excited to do more rows of it. So after filming and editing this video, I'm probably going to continue knitting. So that's my Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, it rained I think it rained, what is Wednesday, 8th? Yeah, it rained pretty hard. So I have my tracker here actually on the side for like the perpetual calendar tracker situation here. I decided to add like dots, blue dots on the days wherein it rained, and I believe that the rain does contribute to a lot of like pains in my body. So I decided to just add whenever it rains here in the city to see if like the rain does contribute to like problems like headaches, arthritis, neck, and also stomach problems, back aches, and all that. So it did rain, but also there was a rehearsal for the festival. So January is festival season here in the city, and it usually is the last weekend of the month. But all throughout the month there are festivities, opening of the festivals, and on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, they did close down the streets, which kind of affected a little bit of the business when it comes to our side of the street, because the ones that they closed are like adjacent to ours. So I'm pretty much excited for the festivities, but also am quite afraid because once the streets are closed, we can't add any more supplies for our store. So we're going to stock up for the whole weekend on the 24th, 2026, and we'll be open until 10 p.m., which is also kind of scary, but also like I'm pretty excited. This is my second year working until late at night for the festivities. So Thursday I was actually quite sick because I had insomnia. So I should have put this insomnia here at the top, but I didn't have that space. I did happen to not be able to sleep well on the morning of Thursday, so I decided I could not think straight. So I decided to just not do that, not go to work in case that I might make mistake in giving out change or like pricing and such. So I like, can I rest for the day? But instead of resting, I did listen to an audiobook while I was knitting. It was super relaxing actually. I believe that knitting right now is like my favorite what do you call that? It's my favorite pastime to relax and have before going to sleep. And then on Friday, I did go back to work, but it's also road closure. This year, there are 2, we call it opening salvo or opening of festivities. There are 2 because there are 2 for one for the province and one for the city. And it just so happens that the 10th, it rained super hard. So I feel bad for the street performers that are of the city, because on the 9th, it did not rain that much. On the 10th, it did rain super hard. And then on the 11th, it also rained quite a bit, so there's not many people on the streets. So we were like lying low. So I was able to like play and plan out for what more videos that I'm going to be filming today. And then today, Sunday, is the wedding anniversary of my parents. So we went out, had breakfast, and then came home. And that's why I'm filming here now. I did have the time to film. So I really like this actually. If ever I'm going to repurchase any of these sticker sheets that are like the letter sticker sheets, which to be fair, I'm not going to repurchase any of these because I still have a bunch of these like smaller ones that I used also last week. But if ever, like in the future, some miracle, I ended up finishing all of my letter sticker sheets, I think this is the only color palette that I am going to repurchase because I do enjoy how colorful, like candy color it is. And yeah, I think that's the only sticker sheet color combination that I would like to repurchase. But still, I enjoyed how this looks. I even put out like these wine bottles. I don't really have the purpose for it because I don't drink and I don't go out that much. So these like sticker flakes of wine bottles don't really have a use for me except for when I denote or like put in decorate for a celebration, a very big celebration, even though we did not drink at all, but it kind of works because Venti is here. I also added a bunch of like sticker flakes. I added like lilies here. I believe this is a lily, and it also looks like a Cecilia flower, that is Venti's flower, his wind bloom. And I also added a quote here that I rejected from one spread in my reading journal for Two Twisted Crowns. My darling, you always have a choice. And it's like, yep, I also love that book, by the way. So this is the current week memory keeping wise. For the monthly, it looks like this one. I haven't decorated here just yet, but so far so good with the memory keeping for the monthly. I don't know if I'm happy with noting, like these are all just trackers at this point. This is not like an overview memory keeping. This is so much like just trackers. So maybe next month I will have a different sort of style for this, but as of the moment it's just going to be this way. And I've already showed you my trackers. Nothing much here. I didn't even use any of the notes pages for this. So yeah, this is it for this week. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today in decorating and memory keeping for this week, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. So until then guys, take care and